What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap, as well as going into specifics as a possible breakout or uptrend could be approaching. As we know, cryptocurrency did fall quite a while ago, a couple of maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and it looks like we're starting to get that volume to push us up to higher levels. Otherwise, guys, if any of that sounds interesting, definitely make sure to watch till the end, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump into today's video. So guys, I'm on the current coin market cap, and as you can see, we have a very interesting market right now. Out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything seems to be up except for Ethereum, Tether, and EOS. But for the most part, coins are consolidating back upwards. Yesterday, we saw pretty much the ones that are in green were in red and vice versa. And we were seeing this kind of small pullback, this small retracement from where we decided to break up a couple of days ago. We're starting to see that retracement right now. Now we're starting to correct and reverse back to those price levels. You can see even Litecoin is starting to retrace back up to those price levels. So all in all, things do look good. We're starting to see, once again, more consolidation. It's a very interesting market, which I'll get into in a second for you guys. But otherwise, I do want to give a huge shout out for today's sponsor, Bitmins. Bitmins is a pretty awesome sponsor that has been sponsoring me for quite some time now. I've been working with them since February, and they have been nothing but growing and expanding their business, and in some very unique ways too. So I highly recommend you check it out. Basically, Bitmins is a luxury digital collectible website that does offer digital collectibles that you can hold on to that gain value, and it's very interesting and unique. You can see right here they also offer tradable, so you can sell, buy, or collect them. They're unique because they are one of one, and they are smart, so you can basically use them for multiple different areas. You can send them to smartphones, you can use them on your watch, and you could do quite a bit of things with them. But regardless, they do retain their value, and they go up in price, similar to things like physical gold, diamonds, things of that nature. So what I wanted to share with you is, why are they a game changer? So you can see right here the comparison. Physical diamonds have a risk of theft, low liquid cash, high trading fees, unethical purchase risks. They do offer, the wearable luxury status, fiat currency purchasing, and increase in value. The thing with Bitmins is they cover all of those. There's no risk of theft, no low liquid cash, no high trading fees, no unethical purchases. But you can also see that they also offer no collectibles, but they are a status symbol. Crypto purchasing, auction, and price depends on demand. So you can do a lot of these with Bitmins, and you can do collectible and status symbols with Bitmins. You can't do that with the standard digital collectible. And they offer quite a bit of things. Now, I've been holding on to my Bitmins ever since February, and they have increased literally like 700 to 800% since I've held on to them, and I can sell them at any point and create a return on my investment and pretty much get 800%. Bought them for $10, can resell them for $90. That's a pretty big profit when you own a couple. Now, it is the first link in the description, and they're also offering, if you guys do like them and you do want to purchase more than one, I've included an email where you can email someone, a representative from Bitmins, and they can work out a discounted price for you guys. So I highly recommend you check them out. You can check out the ones that I currently own too right here. It's pretty cool. They're very unique, and they do retain money. They're similar to the Crypto Kitties, but these are a little bit different in regards that they're trying to create digital collectibles. So it's pretty awesome. Otherwise, once again, huge shout out to Bitmins for sponsoring today's episode, and let's jump into the technical analysis. So why am I preaching that we're going to see potential breakout? There's a lot of things that are unique to this. Now, I'd like to say more than the benefit of the doubt that we're going to break bullish this time around, but we have to be considerate of the fact that we have been in a bear market for quite some time now. So my reasons for breaking bullish is the fact of how Litecoin is trading. Litecoin has literally been in this sideways consolidation for weeks now. For days on days on days. Notice that pretty much every time since we've been trading sideways, we've pretty much seen some sort of major volume come into the market. Sideways trading indicated a bullish break. There are many different key points here which we can point out where we traded out sideways and then broke bullish. These are always happening there. You can see right here, once again, sideways movement, broke bullish. They always happen, and they always usually tend to break with extensive volume. Now, also consider that volume is pretty much dominating dying off and trading out sideways. So with this comes the important note that there is volume ahead. Usually when consolidation happens within a channel, we tend to break bullish, usually up to levels where we fell from. So for example, the high-low middle moving average are these two lines, the red and green band. These are pretty much the area of kind of neutrality for the coin. It's pretty much where it tends to trade neutral, not too overbought, not too oversold. And the fact that we are undervalued and below where the price should potentially be indicates that we are going to potentially rally up to the upside. Now, once again, I'm no financial advisor, but these patterns usually tend to indicate, previous movements. You can see right here, usually when we're below it, we tend to try to retrace back up to it. And when we're above it, we tend to come back down to that price level. And you can see that's pretty much where we're at right now. We've been below it for quite some time, ever since, I would say, July. So we've had August, September, October, and October, mid-October. So we should be eventually starting to climb back up and retesting prices. So we could see possibilities of movement heading upwards with potential target you can see right here of, I'd say, about 34%, giving us up to about $19 increase, which is quite a big jump. Now, understand the possibilities of a breakout are also there. They're not imminent, but there definitely is that possibility for the same reversal to happen down to here, because I do think potential is back up to that target price right here. So the same thing is back down to here. This is necessarily like a stop loss that they put. I just wouldn't consider that we break down to here, and I don't consider that we would be investing until we see that confirmation of a breakout. For example, if we see us pull back down below this blue band that we have right here, it's a great investment opportunity that we stay away, or we wait for the breakout to hit a bottom and then we invest in and ride the wave up. Now, for the same purposes, if we break the yellow confirmation right here, we would be buying in the second we see it leap over it, and we'd ride the wave back up, because just like we've seen in the past here, a $66 trade all the way up to 78 is very certain that the same thing could happen here. We buy the second we see that confirmation, and it could ride us all the way up to the same price level. And the fact that we're lower means that there is definitely possibilities of more profit. Very similar to previous breakouts in the past, every time we're undervalued, we always tend to swing back up to the high-low MMA. Very similar here, and it looks like it's about time we swing back up there too. Now, not to say that we're not going to, continue to break outwards. There is possibilities of us retracing right here, very similar to what we've seen in the past. So be aware that once you start to see profit, once we get closer to the high-low middle moving average, then it's time we should sell off. Also, it'd probably end up pushing us into that overbought level as well on the RSI. Now, another thing I'd like to show you guys is Bitcoin. A nice thing to see is the fact that Bitcoin's Fibonacci levels, as well as high-low middle moving average, are pretty much neck and neck within its downtrend, and it looks like the coin wants to potentially move back up. Now, I know there's a weird uptrend here. I mean, there's a small one at best. I don't think I want to consider this to be a strong uptrend until I see more confirmation of it. But for the meantime, we are undervalued. We're below all of our technical and indicators, so it does give us reason to believe that there could be a reversal or a swing back up to retesting Fibonacci as well as the downtrend. Now, understand we are in a massive, and I mean massive, either descending triangle or symmetrical triangle. I'd like to assume it's one or the other. It's definitely one or the other. I don't think it's both, but we could be trending sideways. Notice that we are hugging support quite well, which gives me reason to believe this might hold firm more than a symmetrical triangle. That is, if we don't break bearish from here and fall down to either this support or the lower one. But for the most part, I do think this is the consolidation we're needing up until we lead into this point of contact right here. Then we could see that pretty nice burst in price that we're all pretty much waiting for. So I'm pretty much waiting and holding off right now before I invest more into here until I see a definite confirmation right now. These are small profits right here. This small little jump right here. It's not worth it to me because I do think it's just as quickly as we break up, we could break down. I'm merely waiting for the consolidation to happen. Once I get a confirmation of a bullish signal above here, that's when I'll be buying in, because I do think a pop is definitely necessary. And it's here. And also understand there could be a major pop within this coin. If we're using this as the support, this is about a 62% gain, which is pretty freaking huge. And if you consider that from the point of breakout, 62% is right about here. This could shoot us up all the way to like $13,000. This is a major pop, and it's not like we can't see that. We've seen runs in the past like this, so I definitely recommend keeping a close eye on the coin. Now understand, these breakouts tend to happen in a big downtrend, in these big descending triangles. Then we tend to switch things up and break bullish, so I definitely keep a close eye on here. Ethereum, for one, is getting very close to its uptrend too, or its Fibonacci levels. It's getting entangled in here. Coins are ready. Coins are waiting. I'd be very, very, very surprised if, XRP manages to break bullish off this and outside of its downtrend. That would be a pretty incredible thing to see. More than likely it's going to reverse down from here. If we can continue to break up, it doesn't have much more room to go higher, so it's something that I do want to pay close attention to. But for the most part, the coins are pretty undervalued and they're ready for that volume to come back in, so it's a matter of time before we see any sort of break to the upside, because I do think that is coming and it's right around the corner. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.